Hello Udemy, I am Shahzad Ahmad from Shekzi.com and welcome in lecture number 15. Today we are going to learn how can you create your progress bar using Twitter Bootstrap. Make sure we are working on Bootstrap series and now we are learning the Bootstrap 3 because before starting Bootstrap 4 you have to familiar with Bootstrap 3. So that's why we are working on it. Okay, so in the last lecture you learned how can you create your thumbnails, how can you create your alert, and how can you create your page header. In this lecture we are going to cover our progress bar. Then how can you create the progress bar inside your project. First of all, what is the progress bar? For suppose if you want to show your work which you have done, for suppose you have done 16% your work, so you need to show that I have completed 16% of my work. So how can you do that? First of all, I'm saying the progress bar. So you need to create a div. First of all, make sure you have to ignore these three divs because we are going to cover these three divs when we talk about grid systems using Twitter Bootstrap. Okay, so don't worry about it. I'm going to cover each and everything from the Bootstrap 3. Okay, so now how can you create your progress bar? You have to write a class. Which class? I'm saying progress, P-R-O-G, progress. Okay, now what you need to create another div which is, I'm saying, the class progress bar, and I'm saying what is the role of this progress bar. I'm saying progress bar. Then what you need to add the area value. Now what is the value of what is the current value of your project or your work? I'm saying 60% work I have done. Now what you need to define the maximum and minimum value. I'm saying area value minimum. For suppose 0 is the minimum value, I'm saying area value maximum, I'm saying 100 is the maximum value. So what you need to define the width. For suppose width is 60. Okay, why we are saying the width is 60? Because you have done the 60% work. Okay, so you have styled or you have written the n line is styling. Okay, so now I'm saying that this is my span, and now I'm saying the class of this span sr only. Okay, so I'm saying this is 60% of work completed. Okay, go to your page, refresh the page. So now you can see you have done your work. Oh, just a second, it's not showing the, it's not width, it's windows. I'm saying width, you have to define the width. Okay, now you have to define width is 60%. Okay, now it's saying you have done the 60% of work from 0 to 100. Okay, so now if you can increase this to 70%, you can see you have now the 70% of your work which you have done. Make sure you have to, when you increasing your work width, you have to increase the current value of your work area value. Now for suppose area value now 70%. Okay, refresh the page. So now you have done your 70% work. So how can you show the work which you have done inside your progress bar? So it's very simple. What you need to define the 60% first of all, okay, you have defined the 60%. यहाँ से नहीं है भाई, इसको काट दो फिलहाल. Okay, so how can you define this work which you have done inside your progress bar? What you need, you just need to remove this span, and now you can see, okay, when you remove the span, you have to show the percentage of your work which you have done. So now it's saying 70% work you have done. So you have to remove the span, then you have to specify your work as well. So you can see you have current work which you have done, the 70%, the width is 70% as well, and inside the div you can also specify the work of work you have done. Okay, so now there are two approaches you know very well. Then first you have to memorize the steps, and you have to memorize the each and every class, like this class, and you have to write the role progress bar, and you have to write the area value, and you have to write the, or the second approach is you have to memorize only the specific area. For suppose if you have memorized, or if you know that the progress bar is available inside the component sections at the official website of Twitter Bootstrap 3. So I think this is enough for you, because when you work on more than 2 or 3 frameworks like Foundations and Metro UI or Semantic UI, then it's hard to memorize the steps and the each and every class from the particular framework. So that's why it's totally depend upon you which approach you are following or using. Okay, so first of all, they are providing the colors similar to buttons, info, warning, success. So how can you add the colors? For suppose I am saying progress bar info, what you need, you just need to write the extra class which I have just done. Okay, I embedded, or I have defined the class progress bar info. So that's why we have the sky blue color. If you can say we have a class warning, then refresh the page, you have the warning. If you can for suppose danger, so you can see you have a red navigations bar. What happens if you want to show the animations inside your progress bar? So I'm saying progress bar stripped. Okay, now you can see you have just written the stripped. Okay, so it's totally depend upon you which approach you are using or going to use. Okay, for now, go to your Bootstrap 3.x. Make sure we are working on components. You have a progress bar, and now you can see you have if you want to add, okay, so here is your stripped. How can you animate? Just a second, you have to specify the active class as well. Okay, so now, so you can see you have just animated when you add the stripped and the active class inside your progress bar. What happens if you want to add the more than one progress bar inside your, for suppose you want to show like this more than one progress bar in a simple, in your inline div, or you can see in a single line. So you have your progress bar class first of all. So you have your progress bar class, then your progress bar class here you can copy and you can paste here, and now you can see you have warning. Go to your page, refresh the page, ओके भाई इसको काट देना. Okay, what happen if you need to specify more than one progress bar in a single line? So how can you do that? You first of all, first approach, you have to memorize the steps, the classes and the content, like minimum, maximum width, or you just need to copy this code and paste this code here and go back, refresh the page. You have more than one progress bar in a single line, so you just need to change the classes or your width area which you have specified when you are creating the progress bar. For suppose I'm saying this is info and I'm saying this is success, and I'm saying this is for suppose warning. So now you can see the currently progress bar, you have success, warning and danger. Refresh the page. Now you have warning, success, you have info, success and warning class. So it's totally depend upon you how you're coding, or it's totally depend upon your requirement. So I think this is enough for today, and in the next lecture we are going to cover the media object, how can you create your media object, and we are going to cover the list group, how can you create your list group, and we can cover also something from the component section. So thank you for watching.